I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. My videos are about love, infinity, creation, energy, because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. The video feed got cut off when I was talking about Neo. I wonder why. So, then again, Neo, if you want to know more about the previous ones, please go to the previous video. But then again, let's talk about Neo. So Neo is just a human, the savior of the human race, very humble, all about love and humility. That then again on the list, all my characters are always love-based characters because this is our instinct. Instinct is to love. See, we are the human race, we're a benevolent species. We are the leaders and defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. This is who we are. We're infinite sundials. We're infinite compasses. This is who we are. Infinite eternal creators. We're light spherical beings. We are love. And love is the energy of creation. It's the highest energy that the human heart can generate. And the heart gives us life in the first place. And we create with love because love is energy. And energy is creation. And creation is life. Full circle there. Okay. So Neo. Neo didn't want to be who he became. In fact, he just wanted to be, and then this great responsibility was given to him without wanting it, really, because he was humble. He just wanted his life. He was a humble person, very harmless and loving. He was in love with this lady. It was all about the love for the lady. It was all about love, all about love, all about love. Love, love, love. He was a lover. And that's why he achieved what he achieved. In fact, it was love that allowed him to do all the things that he did. Because then again, love is the most powerful creation. Just like in the case of Jon Stewart in the previous one. I mean, it was love. His love for humanity. His love for creation that allowed him to defeat this ugly monster. So it was the love, hey, in the end. And everyone, Link, Tyrion, Lara Croft, Seiya, Maverick, and Captain Kirk, Django, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, the ones that I mentioned before, spoke about them at length. I'm like a geek, eh? I'm like a nerd talking about characters and things. My Pantheon, eh? Anyway, Neo is there because of that, because he was all about love. He was a lover. He understood love, and that's why he was the chosen one, because of love, eh? Love chose him because of the energy of creation, chose this human, a very humble human. Because you see, it's not a coincidence that Hamas, humility, and all these different ideas coming together, presenting humanity, who we are. Love as the representation of humanity, because this is who we are, is a benevolent species. This is who we are. We are benevolent species. We are benevolent race. Hey, this is our nature. Our nature is to love. So then again, Neo was this fella, hey, and he was just powerful, guys. I'm talking, he was the chosen one, the one, hey. Neo, and the spelling of Neo then is one as well. You change the spelling a little bit, and then Neo is one, the chosen one. The chosen one by what? By life, by love, by creation itself. To what? To save humanity, because humanity was having a hard time at the time with these machines, hey. And then he saves humanity, and humanity gets liberated again, and it's all because of love, because of what he does. His love for humanity in the end. And he didn't want it. He didn't want it, but it was given to him. It was given to him because of it, because of his heart. Okay. That's Neo. Neo is a big deal, guys. I really like Neo. And the actor that does him, I like him too. Yeah, so next to him is Peter Parker. Then again, this is my first one, and I think is my only member of the Marvel universe. See, Marvel is a big deal in today's world. Hey, see, I got a DC universe one, Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, and I got a Marvel one. You see, trying to make it fair. Peter Parker, and actually, I got Frank Castle right next to Peter, which is also DC. I believe. No, actually, Frank is Marvel. Sorry. Frank, I think, is Marvel too. But then again, I got two from the Marvel universe. Maybe more. I'll figure it out. I haven't really checked it out. But you see, I try to diversify my portfolio of Pantheon here, my statues. Source them from all the different corners of creation and creativity out there. Okay, so Peter Parker. Let's talk about Peter Parker. We're talking about Spider-Man here. I don't know if you guys know, maybe you know, but actually it's a funny fact. Because Peter Parker, who Peter Parker is and what he represents, he's this loving kid. He then again a teenager. Loving, super genius, theoretical thinker, mathematical thinker, geometric thinker, super genius, super humble, super funny, and good heart, very good heart. It's all about love, the love for his uncle and the love for his auntie and the love for the missus. He's got a missus in the end when he gets a little bit older. So it's all about love for him, the love for humanity. He's a friendly neighbor. This is Peter Parker. He's a friendly neighbor. So Peter Parker is there because Peter Parker is amazing. And then again, just a fact out there, he's the most popular superhero of like the Marvel universe, I believe. Of all the superheroes, Spider-Man is the most popular among children and stuff, because children identify themselves with love, immediately. Love, fun, humility, because those are our traits. Fun, all these ideas that come into one, that we always want to gravitate towards that, because then again we all have a heart and we resonate with good things, positive things. And that's what Peter Parker is. You see, it's the only teenager that does what he does. You know, he defeats Thanos and stuff, and the stuff that he does in the end to Thanos, they all participated in it, but it's Peter Parker that does the heavy lifting in the end. And he just is a kid. And he did the leverage. So all the other ones did what they did, but it was Peter there. Peter always was there. And Peter was there. Peter was there always. Because of who he is and what he represents. Being humble, being loving, being super intelligent, being funny. Being a kid, innocent in the end. Very innocent. A pure heart. Innocence. And then in the end, he's the one that truly does the heavy lifting, because just like Obi-Wan and Jon Stewart and Enda and everyone on the list, Tyrion, all these people on the list, they were all driven by love and humility, and then which is our human traits. Our most powerful traits is our humanity, which is our heart, because it gives us life, is what makes us light spherical beings. So then Peter, if you think about him, the actions that he took were leverage actions. All the things that he did were the key, the enablers of the bigger things that allow to defeating powerful enemies and things like that. Always. He was that guy. He is that guy, because Peter, he's alive and he's young and thriving. He's actually, Peter Parker is incredible. And then again, this was an accident. He didn't want to. This just happened to him. This superpower was given to him as it was an accident. And then again, if you wanna go, metaphysical here and think if accidents are actual accidents, but he was chosen. He was chosen by life. Creation, because of his heart, because of his ingenuity, because of his humility, because of his sense of humor, the love for his family and all that replicated into the love for society. And his actions were always loving, always pure, innocent, his actions. And they were always the most powerful actions in the end, because he survives in the end, and he's the only one that really, he's the teenager and he does all the things. You see, he's a badass. Peter Parker is a true badass. Really, because of his nature. And then of all of them, he's the only one that is a friendly neighbor. I mean, they all have like these different personas and masks, they all have two lives, right? like the superhero life and the normal life. Some of them are just like they're not like just always that, but like for the most part, the human ones and stuff, they tend to have two sides. But if you think of Peter's, his side is the friendly neighbor. You see his humility. Then again, low key, very low key, just a kid. Hey, just a kid, but don't mess with the kid, hey, because then Spider-Man comes out and beat you up. So it's all about that, eh, with Peter. Peter is just a friendly neighbor. Hey, he's a friendly neighbor, hey, friendly neighbor, but don't mess with the friendly neighbor, hey. Okay, so Peter Parker, that's why he's on the list, because he's a friendly neighbor. Then we got Frank Castle right next to him, the Punisher. This guy, it's all about love with him, eh? In the end, because he loved his family so much and his family was taken away from him. So that's why he's there. He's there to punish. Hey, he's there to do that because he was a good man. He was a really good man, and in the end still is. Had a big heart, and then bad things were done to him just because of his nature, for being good and representing a good thing, being a good person, for being a good human. So then because of the love and his family nature, things happened to him, and then he became a punisher, and then he went out there and punished bad folks because he just became the Punisher. He's Frank Castle. And that's what he does. Hey, goes out there and punishes. Because keeps people in check, And that's his archetype. Is the human that does what he does in the name of humanity. To represent and to prove a point. Because in the end, he did all because of he's done everything that he does is for humanity and society and to protect it and save it from all these ugly humans out there and creatures. So that's why he does what he does, and it all comes from the love of his family. In the end, you see, they're all about love, All the stories here always start with love and always end with love because we are love. So that's why Frank is there, because he's a Punisher. And then right next to him, we got Master Chief 117, John. He's from the Halo universe. He's a game, a TV show now, maybe movies in the future, who knows? There's the comics as well. I mean, this is the most successful franchise of the Xbox, I believe. I might be wrong about this now, but in the past it used to be. The most success, I think, now is different one because there's all these different games that children love now. But before those games emerged and became like what they are today, I think it was Halo, the biggest franchise. It was big. And when the Xbox came out, I was playing Halo from day one. So Xbox One, I remember the first not this Xbox One that we have now, the original Xbox. The first Xbox I had, my first game was when I got the console. The console came with a game with Halo. And John is this fella, eh? Then again, all about love. John is a humble man, very humble man, chosen by life because of his humility to be this mega Spartan, this warrior, a Leonidas type, a Spartan, eh? That's what he was, and he is. And then he defeats these ugly creatures out there. All these bad creatures out there with bad intentions. Then he just keeps them in check, keeps them humble, and just does that in the most graceful of ways, without breaking sweat. Because he's Master Chief. He's 117, John 117, Master Chief. Hey. Petty officer. He's just humble, eh? Everything about him is about being humble, And he's about love. Hey, he truly love. Hey, he's about the love for humanity. When you listen to his dialogues and stuff, it's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. For him, it's all about humanity, being the example, being human, loving. Even though he's like a virgin and stuff, he's just like a committed soldier. He doesn't have relationships and things. He's just a committed soldier. Hey, but duty and all first. But his love for humanity is there. His love for humanity is prevalent in all his actions. Everything that he does is because of the love he has for humanity. And then again, it's all about love and humility. He's a humble leader, very humble. He's humble as he gets, a creator. In fact, he saves humanity too many times. Too many times. And he does that because of the love. He's been chosen for that, for his love, for his humility. And then again, an absolute badass, like everyone in this list. You don't want to mess with anyone on this list. You don't. If you do, you're in trouble. That guaranteed. So that's who Master Chief is. Master Chief is this incredible leader, a defender. He literally is the leader of the Republic of Planet Earth, a defender of the Republic of Planet Earth. That's who he is, a sundial. Hey, it's all about the sun for him as well. If you look at the narrative and what he represents, it's all about the sun. And it's that. That's why he's on the list. Everyone here. Even Seiya is all about the sun too. They're all about the sun here. Then I got Optimus Prime right next to him. And Optimus Prime, I love Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. I love him. I love the voice. I love what he represents. I love this archetype. I think Optimus Prime, he's not even human, and he fights for humanity. That's all he does. He fights for humanity. And that's what he does. He's not human, eh? He's a machine. But he has a true self, eh? The spark, they call it. The spark. Which is that? Is the true self of the engine, the machine, eh? They have a kernel. These machines, just like we have our own, the true self, the kernel. That gets our DNA, the habit powers it, so we go live and we're conscious and self-aware. These machines have a spark, which is the same, but they get powered by it, and it's the true self, and they are conscious and self-aware and intelligent, and they are capable of loving as well. You see, even machines love. So because love is the power of creation itself. So these Optimus Prime is this great leader. This great leader, brave, very, very humble. And it's all humble as he gets. It's all about compass for him. Hey, he's a sundial. And then it's all about humanity for him. He becomes the protector of humanity. The protector of humanity. And all the things that he does is because of the human. He always talks about it. All I do is to protect this young race, these humans. Because he knows our potential. He knows our potential. He knows who we are. We like spherical beings. We infinite potential. Because he comes from a time, highly technological time, and he understands that the human race is special because he's seen a lot of races and a lot of stuff. He's seen a lot. So when he gets to Earth, he realizes who we are, our nature, our heart, and who we are. And then that's why he decides to become a defender, a leader, and the Republic of Planet Earth is essentially, he's there protecting it, loving it with his actions, his courage, his bravery. And this is who Optimus Prime is. Optimus Prime is this badass robot that will kick your ass, and he does it in the name of humanity, the human heart, love, humility, Hamas, all these. So an incredible creature. Spark. So then right next to him I got Brimaz. Brimaz comes from this game. It's called Magic the Gathering. I play this game. In fact, I have it right next to me here. I love this game. It's a beautiful game. It's a mathematical game. It's a hypergeometric game. It's an infinite game. Much more complex than chess and Go and all these different games out there. Much more complex than them. Much more complex. It's geometric in nature. and it's infinite end states. You cannot, if you have a deck that is well built, equifinality is infinite, meaning you have an infinite number of ways to get to the end state. So it's a powerful game. Many more interactions than chess, and many more interactions than Go, particularly when you start to play against other decks and the interactions that come as a result of it. It's a hypergeometric game, it's spherical in nature, particularly when you build a deck that is powerful. And I've been playing Magic the Gathering for 20 plus years. I started when I was very young. I must have been 10, around that age. I'm in my 30s now, so I'm what you call like grinder, veteran at it. I've been doing it for a long time, and the game has evolved a lot. But the mechanics are still the same. The mathematics are still the same, but the game has evolved because it's new cards and new mechanics, new all sorts of things. But still the structure is the same. The rules are very similar. So it's a very beautiful game. It's a powerful game. It's much more complete than poker. It doesn't have the incentives of poker, making money and all that. But if you're there for the mathematics of it and the fun of it, as Magic players call it, the flavor. If you're for the flavor, there's plenty of it. A lot of flavor. It's beautiful because it's about creation. You create your own decks in all sorts of formats. It's beautiful. So I have chosen a card from that game called Brimas. Brimas is this general, is this king from this set. Is the universes of Magic has its own sets and stuff when they release cards and things. So you see, I'm a geek. So I'm very much a nerd. So Brimas is this super powerful card. It's a powerful card. It's a very powerful card, and my deck is a very powerful deck. Very powerful. So and Brimas is the center figure. The whole deck exists because of Brimas. So he's the epicenter, just like Obi-Wan. Brimas essentially is the card that allowed all the conditions for the deck to actually emerge. All the themes of the deck come as a result of Brimas. This center figure, this leader, a humble leader with a big heart, brave heart, the lion. Then again, like Tyrion Lannister, the lion represents the lion, the courage, the bravery, the fury of the lion. The lion is an apex predator, and the lion is a humble animal, very humble. The lion is a very peaceful animal, really, but just when he's hungry, then things change a little bit. But for the most part, if you observe the behavior of the lion is a very peaceful animal. He spends most of his day resting and sleeping and hanging out with other lions if he wants to, like his cubs and like some lionesses out there, because a lion enjoys the company of beautiful wahine, beautiful women in large numbers. So the lion is that. The lion represents that, and Brimas is a king, a lion king. King lion, he's powerful. He's very powerful. And those who have tested Brimas, they know exactly the power of Brimas. They know what Brimas is capable, and they fear him. So that's who Brimas is. It comes from the Magic the Gathering universe. He's on my list because of his humility and his bravery and his heart. So then right next to him, I have Jake Sully from Avatar. Jake Sully. Then again, similar to Tyrion, he wasn't meant to be. He had a twin, and his twin was this super powerful guy that ended up, unfortunately, not being with ceasing to exist. But then he, as the twin, he was able, and he was like on a wheelchair and stuff. He had all sorts of disadvantages. Jake Sully, all sorts. Came from a very unfortunate background, and But he had this super genius twin that created an opportunity for him eventually. And then, if you watch Avatar and you know who I'm talking about, Jake Sully is a fella, is this human with the bravest heart. He's got the bravest heart, and he's very humble, very humble, very humble. He's an example of humility. He's an example of humility, and because of it, because of who he is, because of his heart, he's all about love, all about family. He loves life, and he loves. He loves. That's what he loves. He loves nature. He loves, and then obviously he has the opportunity to a redemption. Hey, life gives him a redemption because of his nature, because of his heart, and then he's able to go to this planet Pandora, and then has a life there. And because of his love and everything, he's able to get a new body. So he's not unfortunate that he's disabled anymore, not on a wheelchair anymore. So he actually is capable because of love, because of what love does, the creation of love, Mother Earth, and what Mother Earth is capable of doing with the power of love. He's given a second chance with a full body and stuff, and then he becomes this conscious person, even more conscious, more connected to nature, love, family, and a protector. He's obviously a protector. He's a great warrior, a protector of not the human race. He was human, but then he ended up becoming a different thing. Don't remember the name of the species that he ends up becoming in the end. Forgive me for not remembering, but they is a beautiful, very beautiful man with a beautiful heart, big family, a lot of children, and a wife, and a loving wife. Big heart. That lady has a big heart, just like him, and very much humble like him. And you see, that's Jake Sully. And Jake Sully then again becomes the protector of all these fellas. And then he's not even one of them in the beginning. He just turned into that in the end because of his love, his heart, his humility. He was welcoming and all that. And beautiful. Jake Sully is a story about love, humility, and bravery. And love above anything else. It's about love. As you can see, all my characters here about love. Brimas is all about love, the love for his people. In fact, he's never on his own. Lions are never on their own. They always come in packs, lion packs. They call it a pride and all that, but in reality, they're always in big, groups. And this is what Brimas does. He brings his fellas with him. They're all these powerful lions that he always comes with. They're all vigilant. So same with it's all about the love, because he's a protector, because he loves his people, his lions and his stuff. That's Brimas. And then Jake Sully is that protects the Navi. Navi is the species, this fictional species. So the Navi. So he becomes a Navi. Turuk Makto, which is this super powerful warrior, he becomes a Turuk Makto. And the Turuk Makto is like the chosen one, like the biggest warrior. Is a prophecy and stuff. When Turuk Makto shows up, everyone, the whole world shakes. So that's his Turuk Makto. Turuk Makto from the Navi. So that's who he is. Jake Sully, incredible. It's all about love. Like everyone on this list, it's all about love. So then again, that's that. And let's talk about the next one, which is also from the Star Wars universe. But it's not like a Jedi or anything. It's a Mandalorian. I got Mando here. Mando, he's a Mandalorian. Mando. Powerful. It's all about love with Mando. Mando is a loving Mandalorian. Mandalorians are not human, but they look like humans. They're from that planet, Mandalore, I think is the name of the planet. I'm not too sure. So he resembles human, a body. So let's assume that he's human for this exercise. even though we know he's from planet Mandalore. He's a Mandalorian. So he's a sun seeker himself, a sundial. He's a compass. He has very strong convictions about who he is and what he represents. He's all about love. He's all about love, all about humility, very humble, and he's a very mighty warrior. A very mighty warrior. A very mighty warrior. And because of his love and his nature, he's able to adopt this young child. It's all about love. You see, it's the love and the connection with the child makes him extremely powerful. Extremely powerful, because this child is not a normal child. This child is a Jedi. But it's from this race. Yoda, this is from the same family, the same species, and they have very high counts of this thing that makes Jedi powerful. And they live for a very long time. This specific species for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But this is still a child in regards to that species, but it's hundreds of years old. But still a child, because that species lives for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And he finds this little child as a powerful, mighty warrior, and he adopts him, and they love each other. And the story is about love. It's about them together loving each other and doing powerful things because in the name of love, because they love each other. And you see, then again, they're not even like actual biological in terms of like union of, it's not his like offspring and stuff. It's just these different species, but the love that they have for each other brought them together. Because see, love is universal. If you have a heart, you love, and you don't have to even be blood to love. You see, it's beyond that, because love is the power of creation itself. As long as you have a heart, you're capable of loving, because it's our nature, we are benevolent. So Mando is this powerful warrior who loves with all his heart and kicks ass, because that's what he does. He's a Mandalorian, and that's what they do. They're like Spartans. They're just a warrior race. So that's what they do. And he does that in the name of love. And, the things that he cares about in the most humble and graceful of ways. He's not a big talker. He does. And that's why Mando is on the list. So then, right next to him, I have Gohan. Gohan is from the Dragon Ball Z universe. Don't guys know if you know who Gohan is? But Gohan is this Saiyajin, I think is the name of it. The species. They come from a planet somewhere in that universe and stuff. And this race, they look human, but they're monkeys, just like us. So this is they look at the moon, stare at the moon, and they become these huge monkeys and stuff. It's a funny thing, Saiyans, and then like they're super powerful. They look like humans, and they got this thing called ki, which is like this, just like in Saint Seiya, the other anime. This is an anime too. They have the cosmos, this energy to infinity, our electromagnetic field of creation. Then they also have it, but they call it ki, which is like the electromagnetic field, and they raise it to infinity as well. And they become super Saiyajins and stuff, which is like the hair changes in color and they're all electrical. Because they have an electromagnetic field just like us. So you see, that's why they're on the list, because it's like a visual of who we are, light spherical beings, because that's where we headed. We are going to turn into that. We're going to be able to actually do electrical stuff because we are electrical beings. So the evolution will take us there. It just takes time because evolution is like that. But the mechanism is love. Love is the mechanism for all this. So that's what Gohan is. Gohan is this very humble kid. He's a kid. He's a child. He's not even like 12. He's a child, very young, but very powerful. His father is a powerful warrior, Goku. And Goku is like the central character in this universe. But his son, Gohan, is more powerful than his father, but he's humble. In fact, when in the future he turns into an adult, he decides not to fight anymore and becomes a peaceful man and then don't fight. But then again, he's still the most powerful one, but he doesn't fight. He just says, I don't need to because I know who I am. I'm a humble man. I'm Hamas. Live a life of love on purpose, but differently. So he decides not to fight. So his father ends up always doing the heavy lifting in the end. but because he doesn't want to. But he's the most powerful one of them all. He's the most powerful one of them all. He just doesn't want to do it. But there's a moment when he's young that he has to, because he has no choice. He needs to step into the plate and do the mahi and do the leverage and do the work, because no one else is there, so it's only him. And then he realizes who he is, the most powerful Saiyan, and then he just kicks ass, and then he turns into this super powerful being, a Super Saiyan, which is something that no one ever achieved at that level. And then he just kicks the ass of this fella who's a bad egg, and then he just utterly disintegrates him, destroys him, and then saves humanity as a result. Because they come from this planet, but they all came to Earth. So you see, so they're just like Optimus Prime. They came to Earth. So it's the same with the Saiyans. The Saiyans came to Earth because the planet got destroyed because they were fighting and stuff, and they blew up their own planet. But just like Optimus Prime and stuff, they all blew their own planet and all that. It's always about blowing up their own planet and coming to Earth with this stuff. Anyway, because we have this beautiful planet, the Republic of Planet Earth. So, and we are beautiful species. Anyway, so the Saiyans are here, and then there's this badass guy shows up and stuff, and thinks he's smart and all that, and does all these bad things. And then Gohan, proves him wrong. Then again, a kid, teenager, young, 12, 13, kicks his ass and disintegrates him with his ki, with his energy, light spherical being he is. And then he does that, and then after that he retires. He saves humanity and says, "Dad, I'm not doing this anymore, hey. Not doing this anymore. I don't like it. I don't like a fight. I'm a peaceful warrior. I'm a peaceful guy. I'm loving. I want to have children. I want to have my wife. I'm going to your retirement." And that's what he does. He ends up just becoming this peaceful guy in the end. But before he does that, he saves humanity. He saves humanity, kicks ass, and proves the point that he's the most powerful warrior. But he just then again doesn't want to do it because he's humble. And for him, it's all about love. It's all about love for Gohan. Gohan is a loving creature. He loves with all his heart. And in the end, that's why he does what he does with the power that he has, is because he realizes that he's got this infinite power and there's no choice, and humanity needs him in that moment. So he just transcends, and then he just turns into streams of energy, and then he destroys everything that's bad as a result because of his love. And that's Gohan. Beautiful. And that's why Gohan is on the list, because he's the most powerful warrior and he doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight. So, but in the end, he destroys everyone because he's the most powerful one. So then right next to him, we have Sonic. This is the last one on the list. This one is the last one on the list. This one is the last one on the list, Sonic. So Sonic is this beautiful archetype because he's humble, very humble, funny. It's all about love. He loves family. He loves everything. He's funny. He has a pure heart. He's very humble. And then he has but he's very powerful, intelligent. It's like Peter Parker. It's always the same theme. So the Sonic is this creature. It's super powerful, just like the Saiyans and like the Knights of the Zodiac. This Saint Seiya, this other one. It's all about cosmos. It's raising your electromagnetic field to infinity. So Sonic is this super fast creature. It's a hedgehog from an alternate universe that comes to Earth and saves Earth. That's what he does because he loves Earth and he loves humans, and he understands the nature of humans because his nature is loving. Because his planet got blew up, and then he comes to Earth and stuff. So then Sonic is that, and there's this myth about these stones, these elements that come together, 7 of them, and then whoever carries these stones, these elements together, becomes the most powerful and the mightiest of warriors. And it's Sonic who holds them. Sonic holds these stones, these elements, and then when he has them, he turns into Super Sonic, which is like this super powerful, mighty thing that no one can defeat. So, but then there's a thing, the myth and the legend and the metaphor is about like the stones, with the infinite power. And again, the theme of infinity, but it's like with the rings in the Green Lantern, it's like the carrier, the tilts the balance. So if you have a good hat, then it's all about love and creation and harmony. If you have a bad hat, then it's all destruction and fear and stupidity. So then that's the whole narrative. So, but because he's pure heart, then he doesn't use the power that he has, just like Gohan. He doesn't. He's just like he has the stones in his possession and he uses them when he needs to, but then he stores them safely after use. Because the thing is that is humility. You want to go back to normal. You are this infinite being and stuff, but you also want to live your life and humble and relate to others and do the things that you do. You always just don't want to be the super mighty warrior all the time. You just do it when it's required. So that's what Sonic is. Sonic is that. He's this infinite warrior, infinite power, but he does it when it's required. Only to save and do the things that he's got to do because it's a requirement, his duty, love for humanity. He's a protector, he's the leader, he's a defender. So that's what he does. He protects the Republic of Planet Earth. He defends the Republic of Planet Earth. He leads the Republic of Planet Earth. And not only him, all the other humans, because we all leaders and defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. All of us. We are all the citizenry of the Republic of Planet Earth. There's not such a thing as a king or a first among equals. We all equals. We all leaders. We all defenders. So it's all of us. So that's what Sonic is. Sonic does that. Sonic does that. And he does it in the most graceful of ways. Love and humility. That's what he is. That's who he is. That's what he represents. So that's why he's on the list, because he's got the ultimate power, infinite power, and he doesn't use it. Because he's humble and he loves. And yeah, that's why he's on the list. Love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Remember who we are. You see, this is a long video again. Because then again, fantasies and illusions carry a lot of information in them. It's a lot to learn from our fantasies and illusions. Once we shatter our fantasies and illusions, we render them obsolete, disintegrate them, and there's no negativity in them anymore. We use them as examples. We use them as examples for our lives, who we are, actual humans. Compass, infinite energy, infinite creation. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my mind. Remember who we are. We are a benevolent species. We're a heartful species, a heart-based species, a love-based species. This is who we are. We are the human race. Love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Know that.